Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chu on Vegan, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making some quinoa flatbread. This flatbread is super versatile. It's a great gluten-free alternative, and basically there's one ingredient: quinoa, some water, and some spices. So it's pretty basic, pretty easy, and I like to use this for a pizza crust. So that's how I'm going to prepare it today. I'm going to show you how I make this crust, but you could use it for many things. You could use it for dipping in soups. You could make it with some hummus. There's all kinds of ways you can make it. So let's get started. So I'll be making all of this in my bullet. So you're going to take 1 cup of quinoa, any kind you want. I just happen to have the light colored one, and a cup of water, and then some spices. I'm just going to use some salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and some Italian seasoning. That's gonna all go in there, and I'm just gonna blend it till smooth. So I've got a pizza pan here with a little bit of parchment paper, and I sprinkled a little bit of cornmeal on there. It kind of helps it from sticking, and it kind of gives it a nice little flavor too. So we're just going to dump this on here, and you can see the consistency of it. And I'm just going to use my, I'm just going to use my offset spatula to kind of just take it around to the edges. You want to make sure it's even thickness, of course. So this could take a minute. All right, so you want to just do the best you can. I'm going to put on a little bit more Italian seasoning on here. You don't have to, but just if you wanted to put some herbs and spices on here, that's fine. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of nutritional yeast just to give it a nice little cheesier flavor. And I'm going to add just a little sprinkle of salt. All right, we're going to put this in a preheated oven at 425 for about 15 minutes. Then we're going to flip it and cook it for an additional 10 minutes or so. So I'm going to pop this in the oven, and then I'll show you how I take the parchment paper off. So I'm just going to put this on a cooling rack for about 5 minutes. It'll make it easier to take the paper off, so we will come back in just a couple of minutes. So it's been cooling for about 5 minutes. I'm going to flip it over and gently peel off the paper. You just have to be patient. Beautiful. So now we'll put it back on and just let it cook for about another 7 minutes so this part gets crispy, and then we'll give it a taste. So here we have our nice little crispy bread. Now if you wanted to use this as a pizza, you could just put some sauce on here, some toppings, and just put it back in the oven for a few minutes. Otherwise you can just use it for hummus. I'm going to cut it in little triangles. You could put hummus, vegan cheese spread, whatever you would like. It's really delicious, and it's a great gluten-free alternative. So let's slice this up and give it a taste. So we're ready to taste our delicious quinoa flatbread, and it's really up to you what spices you want to put in, how long you want to cook it. If you want it super crispy, then you're going to cook it for a little bit longer. If you want it softer, you're going to cook it less. So I'm going to take a bite. And I loved I put a little bit of herbs on the outside there before I cooked it. I mean, it is delicious, just plain. Very savory. It's a little bit crunchy on the outside, a little soft on the inside, actually just perfect. This would be great with some hummus. So I hope you give this one a try. It's very similar to the red lentil flatbread that I made on my last video, except this one's crispier. But you could definitely make it a little bit softer and use it as a wrap, like the red lentil. So I hope you give this one a try. It's good for you, it's good for the animals, and it's good for the planet. And remember, what you put on your plate determines your fate. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And then I will put all the information for the ingredients for my t-shirt. I've got a discount code in there, so check that out. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time.